We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. I hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah.
Can you hear Mr. Lamar?
Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Monday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this October 13th, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up
Yours, okay? It's Monday. You know what time it is. Salute to everybody in the chat for joining us in the chat. Kawanda, SC, Jeff, Josh, Sylvia, not really a city girl, Willie in the chat, James, Barber in the chat. Let's get the Miracle Minister Kevin on for a Monday prayer. Minister Kevin, we got breaking news, so we're going to need that prayer. We're going to need it. We're going to need it off the top.
Hey, my brother Tory, how you doing?
Fine, Minister Kevin.
All right.
We got.
I just wanted to say real quick. I know we got to do the prayer real quick. I just want to say salute to B.R. Lamar. You know, you told me to call him about case, and I called him right away, and he came in. I appreciate him coming in and representing our community. We need that, so I want to get out of the way and let him do all the talking today. Tell him about saying God bless you, and keep on working strong for our people.
Amen. Hey. We need, everybody out there in radio land, I'm going to need y'all to gather together and get on one accord today. More now than ever, we need everybody on one accord to move the community forward, and we appreciate you, Minister Kevin, for coming on and doing the Monday prayer.
Amen. Dear Lord, we're here again to approach your throne of grace, asking that you move with your right hand of power. We see our elderly people being mishandled in the caretaking as well as the housing. We see our children being neglected and forsaken in the educational system. We see our community being driven down by violence, fear, mismanagement, and hopelessness. But we know that so much of these issues are due to spiritual wickedness and evildoers who don't care about your people as much as they care about their own selves. But we have an awesome God on our side who will alleviate all our problems and concerns. So we call on you now, Lord, to work a good work in us that we may resolve these situations and bring satisfaction to this place. I speak life more abundantly in Jesus' name. Amen.
Anything else you want to say, Miracle Minister Kevin?
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, and stay focused.
Hey, we appreciate you as you bring us together every Monday in prayer. Thank you, Miracle Minister Kevin. But we got breaking news. We got attorney B. Ivy Lamar breaking news. We got coming in live off the V-Mix. Live, if you're watching as we broadcast live on YouTube on 1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Broadcast live on YouTube on 1017 The Tory Lowe Show. Broadcast live on YouTube. How you doing, Attorney B. Ivy Lamar? Can you hear us? How you doing, Attorney B. Ivy Lamar? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, Tory?
Hey, I think it's a slight delay or something with the V-Mix, but let's see.
Yeah,
if
I can't
get that together.
Yeah, I can't hear you on my. Let me see.
We can see you, we can hear you, but like I said, it's kind of like a slight delay. But if you can hear us,
like I said, it's kind of like a slight delay.
Kind of mute your microphone.
Like I said, it's kind of like a slight delay. Kind of mute your.
Can you hear us, Attorney B. Ivy Lamont? Resend the V-Mix or something. Let's get to the brass tacks of what we bringing B. Ivy Lamar on for. We have a situation where there was a shooting on 51st and Mill Road with a young man, Elijah Wilkins. And when we talk about this situation, it's a tragic situation. And there was video of the situation. The family recently did a press conference with Attorney B. Ivy Lamar. And once they did the press conference with Attorney B. Ivy Lamar, once they viewed all the video, including the
Are you able to hear now?
Video of the off-duty officer, they came and did a press conference, and they even said, hey, look, this was a tragic incident, but their loved one shouldn't have had taken certain actions. And the officer, seemingly with the video that they had seen, they agreed with what
you said you can't?
What the police chief was saying and what the police was saying about the incident because they saw video. So I'm bringing Attorney B.
You said you can't hear through the link?
To make sure that we can get a clarity, because there is a Ring doorbell footage that's going around social media right now. And this is the video footage from the Ring doorbell footage that we've seen before the family had the meeting with the police department. So I want to get once again B. Ivy Lamar. Can we get him back to see if he is if he's ready to get on here? And do we have him, DJ Brothers?
I'm trying. I don't know if you can hear him.
Okay, well, we're trying to get Attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the V-Mix, but I'll tell you this. This is a situation that at first, when I seen the situation, I was skeptical and I wanted to know more. But once the family had access to everything, could see everything, and came out with the press conference, and this was right after the show on Friday, when they came out and decided to say, okay, this was justified. This was his mother. This was his attorney. Attorney B. Ivy Lamar, one of the best civil and human rights attorney in the state of Wisconsin. He had the opportunity to view the footage. They gave great detail at the press conference of what they seen.
Are you able to hear?
When we talk about transparency, when we talk about accountability, this is what you want when situations are tense inside the community. And I'll tell you this, salute to the family for coming forward and letting the community know what they seen. Salute to Attorney B. Ivy Lamar for being there with them and watching and viewing this situation, just in case there were any type of mishaps that would have been a violation of the family's human and civil rights with Elijah Wilkes. So this is something that we got to understand when we move forward in the community, that we want that same transparency. We want that same transparency from the police department moving forward when we dealing with situations, this kind of intense situation. And once again, I can only imagine what the mother had to go through to watch a lot of the video of her son in the situation where his life was taken, and many times having to come forward and really talk about the situation where many in the community have a lot of mistrust. Many in the community have a lot of mistrust for a lot of the law enforcement ideas. So how hard was that to come forward and really have that press conference? So salute to Attorney B. Ivy Lamar, salute to the mother, salute to the family. But once again, you have another video, Ring doorbell footage that's out here making circulation, and it's from a distance and you can't see up close. And what the family was able to see was a video that was up close in HD and high quality of what took place. I guess we'll have B. Ivy Lamar on the lines, joining us on the lines. How you doing, Attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, I'm good, Tory. Pleasure to be here.
Well, we tried to get you on the V-Mix, but thank you for calling in. We've been talking about the situation that happened on 51st and Mill Road with Elijah Wilkes. You was at the viewing with the mother of the video from the dash cam, from the officer's dash cam. What did you see?
Tory, so we saw what looked like and appeared to be road rage. This looks like it started with an incident of road rage. On Mill Road, there's a certain section, probably as you get to around 48th, 49th and Mill Road, there's a construction zone there where the lanes are now being limited to only the left lane. So what you're going to see on this video is that Elijah was, he was, let's say, on the right lane, and he wanted to merge into the left lane, but he kind of bogarted his way into that left lane, and you're going to hear the officer kind of, use some expletives as, he was kind of merging in on him. And it ultimately was a collision. It was a minor collision that resulted from, Elijah kind of bogarting. And immediately thereafter, Elijah pulls over. He pulls over to the right, kind of what you're supposed to do after an accident. and the off-duty officer pulls over behind him. So there's been a lot of talk saying, oh, he was being chased down and all of that. No, it wasn't being chased down. They were just both pulling over from the result of the accident. And that's kind of where
you can see all of this on video.
Yeah, you can see every single aspect of this on video. It's real clear. So then this is kind of where the video that's been circulating kind of picks up at. Is you see Elijah get out the vehicle, and I believe, to some degree, he was pretty aggressive. You don't see him just kind of go to the forefront of the off-duty officer's car. You see him kind of go to the actual door of the off-duty officer as he's getting out. So you're going to kind of be able to see that in the video. And what happens next is there's some words that's exchanged. They both go look at the front. And this is the part where the ring camera is not clear. You can't really see in that ring camera what happens. It looks like they both are just kind of facing each other, but you don't see anything what's going on in the hands. You don't see any real movements whatsoever until you actually see the off-duty officer now shooting, at Elijah. So that's all you really see from that Ring doorbell camera. Now, as it was reported, a lot of the big difference in the community is that, was this a pistol whipping? Did that occur? And I think that from what I saw, there was a firearm that Elijah was going to take out of his hoodie. He uses his right hand. He takes that out, and he slaps the off-duty officer with that firearm. He at least swings it at him. So I don't know what degree of injuries resulted from that, but you definitely see him swing the firearm at the off-duty officer. And, what happens next is you see the immediate return of gunfire from the off-duty officer at that time. You will see, Elijah still pointing his gun at the off-duty officer, and you see the return of fire from the off-duty officer. So that's essentially the part that the public has not seen. That's the part that, because of it happening so quickly and from the, physically where the Ring doorbell camera was, that's why you don't really pick up on that. But that's the part that's missing. It happened very quickly. It wasn't no, long physical altercation. It happened within seconds. But I think that the dashboard camera, the dash cam definitely picks that up and will make it clear once that's released.
And a lot of people, when they are hearing this information, because you got a situation where a young man lost his life in the city due to an off-duty police officer, I think that many are trying to kind of figure out, did this off-duty officer say he was off-duty? Did Elijah know he was off-duty? Was there enough time due to it being an accident? What did you see? Did the off-duty officer and Elijah have enough time to exchange that he was an off-duty officer? Because people are saying, did they, was he able to announce he was an off-duty officer? What do you got to say about that?
Yeah, I didn't see, or I should rather say, I did not hear him identify himself as an officer or off-duty officer. I don't think that was in part of the conversation. I think that, it was pretty simple. I think he got out the car. I think they exchanged some couple words. Some of the witness saying, like, hey, what the hell were you doing? Those are some of the comments that witnesses claim that they heard. But, I think it's inaudible as it relates to the dash cam. But again, just so that I would set this in, how this occurred. Me and the mother are sitting watching these video on the big screen television inside the police department. So we didn't have the vantage point of being able to, slow it down, stop it, rewind. We didn't have that ability to do that. So in large part, we were just mainly looking to get a general idea of exactly what happened, and that's what we were able to do. So I think that, when we see that the firearm was present, we do see him violently swing it at the officer. We felt that was sufficient to view this as being a justified shooting. I think it's also important for viewers to understand the legal aspect of this and how it relates to officer-involved conduct. So, for example, officers have qualified immunity. You know, it's a dangerous job being an officer. You know, they run into a lot of situations in which they have to make split-second decisions. So when this situation came about, when there's a firearm that's present, you know, even if someone had a cell phone in their hand, you can probably recall cases where officers have been provided qualified immunity even when there's a cell phone. People are like, he didn't even have a gun. But it's that perception of the officer at that moment that still determines whether his conduct was reasonable. You know, the same thing really applies for civilians. I mean, there's self-defense cases, so this is not just a standard that's solely for law enforcement. If a reasonable person believes that they are at risk of great bodily harm and or death, they have the right to make the very difficult decision to utilize deadly force. And that's what happened in this situation. And I think that once the video depicts the firearm, the swinging of it, the pointing in his direction, I think that's enough to check that box.
Now, when we talk about the family coming forward and doing a press conference and announcing that whatever the police department was saying about the officer-involved shooting was correct, some people kind of felt like, okay, that's something that we have never seen before. Rarely, you know, maybe not even in our lifetime where a family comes forward and says, hey, this is exactly what happened. Why make that decision to do that?
Well, you know, I think we need a new beginning in the city. I think that in situations where it demands for us to protest, to advocate for change, you know, a lot of times we get in front of, you know, the media and we demand for the video. With this new SOP that exists, we don't necessarily have to do that anymore. So I think that we're now at a place where we can look at the facts as to what they are, look at the merits of what happened, and if it's a situation where the person who is now deceased is in the wrong, then I think we just need to acknowledge that publicly. You know, the video is going to come out anyway. With SOP 575, you know, the family has an opportunity to view it within the first 48 hours. In this case, the police provided for this family to see it within the first 24, and the public has within 15 days to get access to the video. So it's going to come out. You know, it's an opportunity for us to take accountability and have the person who is now deceased to ensure that their life is not in vain. Hopefully this sends a message to everyone, you know, everybody, and how we conduct ourselves in traffic situations. It doesn't matter if a person is a officer or a civilian. We got to make sure that we make the appropriate decisions and not take anything for granted, because in this situation, a bad decision resulted in a very dire consequence.
Moving forward, how do we move forward from this? I'm hearing that they're going to release the dash cam footage, maybe even early as today.
Yeah, that's correct. You know, so on Friday, we requested for the police department to kind of hold that video until closer to the 15 days so that it provides an opportunity so that the family can grieve, they can have privacy, they can make funeral arrangements without the scrutiny of social media, the media, and, you know, let them kind of put them to rest before being exposed to what is getting ready to take place. Unfortunately, because there was a leak in the video that obviously is circulating right now, we have to kind of change direction on that. And I just want to be clear that this family had that video well before they even met with the police department on Friday. We had that video well before the press conference. This is nothing new. I seen that video. I was concerned. I was outraged as well, because I had questions about, man, did he have a firearm at all? Did this even happen? It don't look like no pistol whipping. I had the same exact concerns that the community has shared. But, you know, as a responsible person in this profession, you have to make sure that you obviously counsel your clients that you got to get all the evidence. Let's keep an open mind. Let's see what the police department has. and then we will make our determination as to what really took place here. And I'm thankful that we did so because the information that we saw clearly provided a better vantage point as to what happened. You know, Tory, I kind of think about this way. You know, if you go to a basketball game and you're in let's say you in a top section, you in section 420, right? Row X. You know, you can see the game, but you can't necessarily, you're not in a position to debate with somebody whether there was actually a foul or not because of the vantage point. So you can see what's going on, but you don't really have the vantage point as somebody that's on the ground and or the cameras that are in close proximity to what actually the action was. So many times we rely on the instant replay and or looking at the screen so that we can get a better idea as to really what happened. Well, the same is the case here. You know, you can't make a decision based off the vantage point of being across the street. It's not clear. You don't see where the movement of the hands are. Many people don't even know that there was a swing, you know, with the gun in his hand. You can't see that from the vantage point of the ring door camera. So those are the kind of things that we got to consider before we rush to judgment.
Last question. What do you want the community to know about this incident, and what do you want the community to know about moving forward when it comes to these type of situations, when it happens in our community, when it comes to transparency and accountability?
I think we have to lead by example. I mean, for years, we've been on the front lines when we deal with these situations, and we advocate for accountability. We advocate for the release of body cams, transparency, what's going on with the investigation. I mean, we've done that for years. Now that we have gotten to a place where there has been progress in that area, I think it's time for us as a community to now lead by example. If they are giving us what we need to see, we're not waiting 8 months to a year to find out what happened. Now we have it. If there's nothing there, then I think we have a responsibility to come forward, take responsibility, and acknowledge the same. It don't make sense to keep this city divided. It don't make no sense to go back and forth with rhetoric, making all these allegations that's completely baseless just because we don't want to accept the truth of what happens. I think this is an opportunity for a learning experience for all of us. I've said this before. We probably all got somebody in our family who we would not necessarily be surprised if we heard of allegations of violent conduct or any type of conduct that would be frowned upon. So we got to embrace those individuals and make sure that our influence is as such to prevent these type of situations from happening. So I think that's what we learn from this. And I think that's the only way that we can really grow and heal from situations like this one.
Wow, that was a lot. These past couple of days have been a lot, and I appreciate you for just being in the midst, being somebody that has eyes on what's going on, and being able to bring it to the public in a way that we can understand what truly take place. And our prayers are with the family and with the off-duty officer. And as we move forward, I'm hoping that we continue having the transparency and accountability shown in this area, because for many, many years, we had to fight. We was dealing with the Joel Acevedo situation, and I still haven't seen the video without it being unredacted. So, like I said, this is definitely progress, and I appreciate you for being a part of a lot of these tough situations that you had to deal with over the years. But once again, coming out and making the right call for everybody involved.
Absolutely, Tory. You know, I appreciate you. I appreciate the platform, the truth. You know, it's important to have these continued dialogues, and that's the beginning of us turning this narrative and actually really effectuating change in the city of Milwaukee. So I appreciate you and salute you for all that you do in the station.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming on, Attorney B. Ivy Lamar. A difficult situation, but yet the transparency and accountability is there. And thank you for holding up the accountability and transparency in our community when it comes to the fight for fairness and justice.
Absolutely.
God bless you. All right, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe some are that simple. For me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect, a curator of euphoria, a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day, not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Remaniac today.
Trailblazer.
Ready to hit the road in your new car? At Brewery Credit Union, we make it easy with affordable payment options on auto loans designed to fit your budget. Whether it's a brand new ride or the perfect used vehicle, we'll help you get behind the wheel faster. With flexible terms, quick approvals, and personalized service you can trust. Don't wait. Start your journey today. Apply online at brewerycu.com or visit us at Brewery Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Packers roll out a comfortable win against the Cincinnati Bengals, winning 27-18. Coach Matt LaFleur on Jordan Love.
That was one of the better games that he's played for us. 3rd and 1 we had where maybe it was 3rd and 2, we ran a roll pass that got gloved. His ability to maneuver through and find a way to pick up a first down. I mean, that was a big-time play to hit MG right there. So
their next matchup is in the desert against the Arizona Cardinals next Sunday. It's officially NLCS season. The Brewers welcome the former champs, the LA Dodgers, to Milwaukee to compete in a best-of-7 series for a chance to get to the World Series. First pitch of Game 1 is tonight at 7:08. The Milwaukee Bucks begin their season in less than 10 days, with Giannis leading the way. They won their preseason game against the Bulls 127-121. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Seven and Truth, Tory Lowe Show, Pop Culture Report, brought to you by GP.
What it do?
Truth Nation Insider in studio.
What it do?
GP. It's a lot. It's a beautiful time to be a Wisconsin sports fan.
I could never ask for more. I'm telling you.
It's a
crazy.
Beautiful time.
For all professional teams to have championship aspirations, especially as we know, we got the Brewers. Thank God they pulled it out to, winning the NLDS 3-2, moving on to the NLCS and facing the Dodgers, the defending champions.
Right.
Obviously, home field advantage. So looking to see how that happens. Game 1 is tonight, so the city will be on fire. The city was on fire Saturday, man. You could hear people yelling from the rooftops and yelling from downstairs in the street. So
they throwing them Brewer parties.
I'm telling you, it's good. I'm telling you, if you're someone that believes in energy and you believe in the spirit, Bob Uecker is watching over the city right now. I can truly feel that.
Titletown USA, we back, baby.
It's looking like it.
It's looking like we back.
Yeah, Packers got the win last night too as well. Beating the Bengals, or correction. The Bengals now because they traded for Joe Flacco. Josh Jacobs had an incredible performance. Obviously, everybody else kind of pulled their weight. The defense did what the defense needed to do.
Right.
So, and then we keep talking about Milwaukee sports. The Bucks beat the Bulls preseason. I believe the opener for the Bucks is 10-22. So, we'll see what the Bucks got to present, but they picked up Miles Turner in the offseason. So, it's a lot going on.
I heard that the Bucks picked up Giannis, both of his brothers.
They did. As we know, Thanasis, a teammate of ours, he got picked up sometime in the offseason. They were over in the FIBA Cup playing, for Team Greece. And then they picked up Alex on a two-way. So, they doing whatever they need to do to keep Giannis happy, keep him, right here home in Milwaukee.
Okay, there's a story that Giannis' family is in Greece now.
Right. He moved the family home.
And so, is that something that we should raise an eyebrow about, or are we good with Giannis?
I'd like to think that we're good. I hate that the media still keeps trying to portray this message that the Knicks were potentially shopping for him and that there was any kind of inclination that he might be leaving or, something alluding to that fact. I think that him sending his family home is just kind of best for what his kids got going on. Obviously, his wife has had probably 2 or 3 children in the last 2 or 3 years.
Right.
And some of his, relatives and stuff like that. There are other family members that are there that can cultivate more of a welcoming family environment.
Beautiful in Greece, though.
I couldn't imagine. Free health care, all types of things going on in Greece that, Americans don't have or don't have the luxury of having. So,
or Milwaukee didn't have the luxury of having.
Hey, man, it starts somewhere, but no, I don't think there's anything to allude to it. I think it's crazy that
can he play in the NBA a full season away from his family, his children and his wife?
I think that's why they brought the brothers on. I don't know, to what fact. Obviously, a brother that's blood, that's someone that you grew up with, someone that you learn a lot of lessons for, and he's obviously the older brother. So having your younger brothers around, to keep you on the right path when your wife and your kids and your mother and all those other people aren't there in your life. So I think it's a strategic move, obviously, by the Bucks, but obviously they also wouldn't be in the NBA if they didn't have any kind of talent. I hate when people kind of get to the aspect of nepotism and kind of all these favors and stuff like that people are doing. But
they got upset when LeBron James got Bronny on the Lakers.
Right.
Well, this is a double whammy for the Bucks.
Yeah, no, his first trio of brothers. There's been plenty of twins or plenty of duos of brothers, I believe. Justin Holiday and Drew Holiday, they were another pair of brothers that played in the NBA.
And we don't mind because we want Giannis.
No, listen, do whatever you got to do. If Alex and Thanasis got something to bring to the table, whether it's for the G League team for the Herd or if Thanasis can play some spot rotational minutes, he's a very serviceable basketball player. He's a freak athlete. He's learning how to shoot it a little better. I think he's made a remarkable improvement from the time that he was on the 2021 team.
I seen the little scoop highlight he pulled off.
He was throwing it. He was getting busy in FIBA. He was getting busy. He was putting up a lot of double-doubles. He was also killing overseas, which is kind of what led to him, being recruited back to come play.
Yeah, because he was just coming off that injury.
Yeah.
He had time to heal. Mm-hmm. He was off the team for a whole year.
Right.
They bring him back. They bring the younger brother back. But at the same time, we know that Giannis is big on family. Mm-hmm. And instead of having him being kind of homesick, you have his brothers there.
Yeah, I think the organization is moving in the right direction. Obviously, it hurts to, let go of Brook Lopez. He was someone that was a beloved, member of the team, obviously on that championship team as well. But, all signs pointed towards Brook Lopez being a little older, being a little less serviceable. So you get a younger center in Miles Turner. Obviously Dame had to go because Dame had, that unfortunate injury, and we wish him nothing but the best for the time that he contributed here. But we got some guys that are young, hungry, looking to prove themselves. And so the East is wide open this year. Again, we have the Celtics who don't have Tatum, the Pacers who obviously beat the Bucks in the playoffs. They don't have their star point guard, Tyrese Halliburton. So the sky's the limit. I think this is a team that will finish in the top 5, and someone that can build out a good rotation. You obviously have Giannis.
So far in the preseason, they looking pretty good.
Yeah, I think they're undefeated, 3-0, I believe,
right.
if I'm looking
They're
correctly.
looking pretty good in the preseason.
I'm just saying, it all has to mesh. Obviously, there's going to be tough stretches. They're going to go on a roll, and then they might go on, a little losing streak here and there. But if you have talent and you have some type of camaraderie, especially with your family in the building, the sky's the limit. I think
I'm excited because I had, for a long time, been a Wisconsin fan. I'm just a Wisconsin fan. I don't like teams outside Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 100% based here in the good old heartland, Dairyland, Wisconsin. Now, every team, I think I overdosed in wins.
You think so?
Yeah, because you got the Brewers winning, the Packers looking good, the Bucks kind of, they might have. Yeah, where a lot of people thought that, okay, they may have to do a rebuild.
Right.
Okay, they may be in the mix.
Right.
Here we go.
It's looking good. I'm telling you, especially we're heading into that beautiful part of the year where everything kind of intersects. Again, we got a little bit of baseball left. Hopefully the Brewers end up in that World Series, fingers crossed there.
That's what I'm talking about.
And you got 10-plus football games left, and then the NBA is about to kick off. So there's a lot of things going on. There's Marquette basketball coming back. UWM is coming back. So if you're someone that appreciates Milwaukee for all that it is, especially from a sports perspective, this is a great time to be alive.
We may have to work on the Wisconsin Badgers. I think we have to rebuild. I think we got.
They're a little too far away from Milwaukee. We don't worry about that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Madison.
We got to kind of tuck that in right now.
Yeah, Madison. We're going to treat Madison like we do Illinois. We just push them to the side a little bit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they'll get it back together.
Yeah, it's tough for them. They're in a really big conference with a lot of good teams like Ohio State and Oregon and stuff. So I don't want to wish bad on anybody, but it looks like it might be time to move on from the coach. The coach don't seem to have a good grasp on recruiting and NIL.
Here we go. But that's why they brought him here. They thought he had a good grasp on. It's not working out.
You can't come from Cincinnati and then move up to Wisconsin and think it's all going to be figured out. But the thing is, we don't give a lot of people a lot of leeway to build out a program. So he's been there for, 3 or 4 seasons already, and it ain't looking too good. So sometimes change is needed. Dire change is needed. But I like what the Bucks got going on. I like what the Packers got going on. I'm loving what the Brewers got going on. So hopefully we get to bring 3 titles to, the city within a calendar year. That's what I'm talking
about.
It'd be crazy.
That'll be wild.
It'd be crazy. I don't think the city can handle a parade like that.
No, I think we can handle everything and a lot more. But Title Town USA just sounds.
It got a ring to it.
It got a ring to it. We returning to greatness. Plus, I always tell people, when you raised in Wisconsin, it don't matter what team you're on. We expect the title.
As you should.
This is the culture here.
As you should. Spoiled rotten.
And we get disappointed when we can't, challenge for the top. We want to be the best of the best. So right now it's looking like the teams are coming through with the expectations.
It's looking super powerful.
Hey.
Have you had the time? Have you had the chance to go up there this season so far?
I haven't been up there yet. I think the next home game I'll be up there.
Okay. All right. I'm looking to make my way up there too. Hey, for everybody listening, man, keep supporting your team. Stay strong. Put on your yellow and your blue tonight, man. It's going to be crazy. It's looking crazy.
Somebody said y'all straight dreaming.
Dreaming?
Yeah.
Why? Everybody looking good. Man, that's somebody from Detroit or somebody.
Somebody from Illinois.
Yeah, with their buffs and their yays on, man, talking crazy. I don't know.
Hey. But also, it was something I heard that took place with Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
The boxer, the GWOAT.
The GWOAT. Right. And it's crazy. It's crazy how we talk about people kind of rolling out things, but they popped up on, I believe, $1 million worth of game. They did kind of like a group interview or whatever, and she previewed a song. But there was an altercation that Papoose allegedly had with a comedian who made a joke. I believe they saw kind of the couple out in person, and he alluded to, Clarissa Shields looking like Serena Williams, right. And Papoose kind of pressed him, and I don't know if they got into it. I don't know if fists, flew or feet got kicked, but
Papoose got them hands, though.
I'm
watching the practices, Clarissa Shields practices,
and his mitt work,
where he's doing the mitt work. And I'm telling you, Pat might got some hands.
Yeah, I don't know. He might be out here. He might have to go box one of these influencers or something. They said he knocked out Easy
the black captain, too.
I would pay to see that footage, man. That's tough. Nah, it just be like that, though. But that's a lesson for anybody out there. Men will go above and beyond or to extreme lengths for their women. Don't get put out or knocked out, because you can't control what you got to say. Me personally, though, I thought the joke was funny. I would have cried laughing if I heard that joke in person.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if I'm in an important meeting and I'm around people, powerful people,
yeah. Okay,
I understand you trying to troll, you trying to tell your little jokes.
Mm-hmm. Time and place.
But after it's okay. It comes a point where, okay, you made your point.
Mm-hmm.
And now, you might have to get pressed a little bit because now you're being irritated.
It's just funny, though, because, again, we see Papoose kind of pressing and defending Clarissa Shields everywhere she goes.
She probably could have knocked him out herself.
I was just about to say, she could have hurt that man herself.
But I think you have to register your hands if you are a professional boxer.
I heard that was a myth.
I heard that was a myth. That's a myth? I thought you can't.
You have to get registered.
Yeah, you got to register your hands. If you're a professional boxer, you just can't hit nobody.
Hey, it be like that. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm kind of more respect. Like the more as time goes on, I respect this relationship because Papoose again is not afraid to let her be the star of the show. Papoose is obviously a respected lyricist and a rapper, and he had a career before he linked up with her. But he knows that it's her time to shine. That she's kind of on the verge of committing or not, and edging her mark into history, if that makes sense. She's an accredited boxer. She's crossed over to MMA. She has a lot going for herself, and he's willing to defend her name in any manner that he possibly can.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Exactly. He's growing up and before our eyes, if that makes sense. I don't know what the relationship really was like.
And she was classy enough to not escalate the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And we hope that all scenarios kind of go that way. You know, obviously nothing happened, no fists got or thrown, and nobody ended up getting sued or going to jail.
You had to get into a brawl over a situation at the.
Yeah, I left.
Well, we gonna talk
about more lumps.
When we come back, we have more Pop Culture Report with GP. Truth Nation, stay like that right here on Tory Lowe.
Is that New York's finest?
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this.
Congratulations. Woo! God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Aww.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a woman-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I pull up like
How you pull up, baby? How you pull up? How you pull up? I pull up. Step in the kitchen. Let's go.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Pop Culture Report brought to you by GP, Truth Nation Insider in studio. It's a lot going on with this AI generated, whatever generator they're using. These AI generators. I'm seeing a lot of Kobe Bryant,
crazy,
Martin Luther King, Tupac, Michael Jackson. Seems like there should be some type of image and likeness violation.
You think so? It kind of depends. I mean, taking it back to kind of the beginning here again, I've seen videos in the last 2 to 3 days. I saw Tupac shopping at Target. I just watched a video of Tupac, Kobe Bryant, and Elvis Presley having a foot race in Cuba. And it's kind of crazy, number one, that people can kind of imagine these scenarios, as well as I saw Kobe Bryant live streaming playing 2K26. And so it comes down to, again, we talked about it off air, when you are signing your name and trying to become, I guess, a loyalty member for newspapers or any other shopping things and all the other stuff that you kind of enlist and use your sensitive information for. When you're agreeing to cookies and all this other thing, this is how they track your information. They can have your height, your weight, your address, your social, and this is how they can kind of get, access to your likeness and your face, because we have all these things that we leave out there for the internet. People have Twitter, people have Instagram, you have TikTok. And so it gets so much easier for people to, garner, I guess, all of the information that they need to manufacture your likeness. It's crazy how powerful AI is getting.
Well, I'll say this. I think that I saw something to where Tupac Shakur's estate is preparing to take action against AI video creators. I think that this was something that I saw on According to Hip Hop. And, if that's the case, then I believe that they should.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that they should. You're taking somebody that built a legacy, and now you're putting them in like something that's going against their brand, their image and likeness.
I think it's so hard to control.
Look at what they're doing to Martin Luther King.
Yeah, it's I've seen some crazy TikTok videos of Martin Luther King.
If you haven't seen these AI-generated videos of Martin Luther King, Kobe Bryant,
it's wild.
Like I said, these are things that I know that the family is looking at this like, this is disrespectful.
Yeah, no.
It's almost disrespectful to their legacy.
No, it's crazy.
This is what I'm saying. No, I mean, everybody's in this situation where everybody want to laugh and have fun and create humor with people's legacy, but until it's them, and then all of a sudden they want to, why did they do that? They got me AI generated. You know what I mean? Got me breaking in a house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying, like, this is something that we shouldn't be really, like, laughing at. We should make sure that this kid, like, right now with celebrities, then when they strike against the AI creators and say, okay, you can't do any more celebrities anymore, they make a law, say, okay, you can't mess with nobody's image and likeness. Well, all of a sudden, then they're going to attack the regular people.
You think it'll be a trickle-down effect, you think?
Yeah, that's going to go first. Everybody laughing and sniggling until they start targeting you and your family members. And if they could do that, remember it was a while back where elders was getting scammed in the emails?
Right.
And then people started using people's voices to say, hey, I'm your relative. I need a couple dollars from the elders. And now with this AI, all I got to do is send them a video.
That's wild. That's wild to even think about. No, it's crazy, too. I remember there was a time, I believe Dr. Ken kind of touched on this story. There was a 70-year-old man, I think he was out in New Jersey, and he had kind of fallen in love or was under the pretension that he was in a relationship with this AI chatbot. And he ended up passing away, not be, directly as a result of that, but I believe he fell in his house trying to go get something or try to go send this AI chatbot, something. He was trying to plan a trip or something crazy like that. And it's wild, again, the power and how imaginative AI is, because you can feed it any small little tidbits and it will just keep pecking away and kind of chipping away and understanding more about how you think and what you have going on in your life and what you're looking to do from a day-to-day perspective. And it's also crazy, again, how imaginative AI is, because you can type in the craziest of scenarios and it can manufacture anything that looks just that real.
I seen one with a couple of them that was kind of disturbing. I seen Harriet Tubman hitting a home run.
I saw that last night.
And that was wild. Then I saw Rosa Parks coming out in the ring in WWE to wrestle a chair.
I saw that one too.
Yeah, I mean, so you got all of these historic figures with their images and what they truly stand for being played with. And we laughing at it.
Yeah.
But I think that's dangerous.
No, it's terrible. It cheapens the sacrifices and the dedication that they had to, change and civil rights and everything like that in the country, as well as, we talk about Kobe Bryant. It's such a laughable thing, or it's such terrible or it's in bad taste that you could put someone that died obviously tragically and try to reimagine them, doing the most casual of things. Like I saw a video where I think Tupac and Biggie went to a Golden State Warriors game. And it's so random, some of the things that these things people are putting out. Like I saw another one too. It legit looked like film of Martin Luther King, at the Washington Monument giving an address. And he was talking about where the, H words were.
Right.
And so I'm
wearing gold necklaces and
I'm like, come on, man. It's ridiculous.
They said they had one of Eazy-E drinking a 40 ounce with Mr. Rogers.
See, like what?
I mean, but what I'm saying is we looking at this right now. Some people laughing at it right now. But I think that there's a more hidden agenda behind this. And once it starts happening to the regular people, that's when they're going to start crying out saying this is unfair because, like I said last week, they could put you in a criminal situation if all of this is going on.
That is true. And it's becoming very hard to distinguish between what is real and what is fake. There's a lot of times where I go on the internet again and I'm, as I'm trying to do prep or trying to figure out what I want to talk about with you half the time, where I have to decide, is this a real story? Is this real video? Like, is someone else trying to paint some type of story and kind of shift the narrative? So again, for anyone out there, be more cautious of what you're consuming, where you release information to, and all of the other things that you sign up for, because you could eventually become a distant memory, or guys, once you're passing, you could be recast back into the universe as AI.
Like Tupac, like they did Tupac.
Yeah, holograms and all.
Well, look, thank you for coming in for the Pop Culture Report on this Monday.
As always.
Hey, look, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for a great Pop Culture Report.
Appreciate the time.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we got guests. Stay locked in.
Coming with straight truth.
Everything got a message. I'll say this. Y'all can't be tired if y'all still messing with the negative energy. Every day I get on and say, the power of the tongue. Your impulsive negative thoughts, reacting. And these kids watching you reacting all wild and crazy. The programming you watching on TV. The music. And now, like Security Mike said, it's popular to pop somebody. It's popular now. And these kids coming back to somebody's house. They coming to eat a meal at somebody's house. They hanging out with somebody in the neighborhood who got a house, who paying the rent. They hanging out with you. They may be your relative. They may be your buddy. That social acceptance is there. Understand what I'm saying? So when we really tired, we gonna cut it off. We gonna stop it.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app. Where strong voices meet strong opinions.
Tell your kids who were supposed to be the seventh generation that Paw Paw's an idiot because Paw Paw decided he wanted to be Make America Great, but meanwhile, the Chinese ain't buying soybeans from us no more because of policies Donald Trump put in, and they voted for us. I don't know what we're gonna do. I know what you should have did. You should have voted for somebody that wasn't gonna put tariffs out there. I love God, but God can't save you from nonsense. You don't deserve a bailout. You can't sit here and vote one way, and then when your economy gets decimated, your way of life gets destroyed, you want to pray to God? God didn't tell you to go to that poll and vote against your own best interest. That was your own damn problem. That was you. But don't ask for prayer when you block your own blessing. That's why I don't feel bad for these farmers. You voted for this, and now you reap what you sow.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace. Every weekday from 12 to 1. Streaming live on YouTube and on 1017 The Truth.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's given me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got guests. We got Al Keith in studio, CEO of Milwaukee College Prep, in the studio. Hey, look, one of my favorite schools in the city,
and
Milwaukee College Prep.
It's a great place.
And the most powerful thing about when I talk about Milwaukee College Prep is that the students are so mannerable, first class, and they actually stop through here and knock on the window. We're like, when I'm on the air sometimes, I think the last graduation, when they was graduating, 2 twins came in here.
I believe that.
And they started talking on the air. I said, come on. They was come like, through. And then, the amazing thing about that was they knew where they was going. Mm-hmm. They knew what they wanted to do. They were well prepared.
Yeah, that is the prototype MCP scholar. And so, we began with the end in mind. And I mean our youngest kids, 3K, 4K, all scholars, all teachers, all staff, they all have a mission statement. So they know where we're going. Right. And so we use that as a bit of a compass. You know what I mean? It's not just, in the good times, but even when times get tough, when we got to reevaluate some things or you just have some different conversations, we go back to those mission statements. Hey, is this helping you get to your mission? Is this not? And, it's one of those really cool special sauce things about MCP that, in my education journey, I've taught other places in different settings. And, it's not just because I'm the CEO. There's nothing like it.
Well, for those that are not familiar with Milwaukee College Prep, what sets Milwaukee College Prep apart from other schools in MPS?
The mission. The mission has always been knowledge plus character, pave the road to college and beyond. And so, that's something that you just don't hear from staff. You don't just see it on a T-shirt. It's something that we live day in, day out. 7:30 a.m. Monday through Friday to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, 365. We believe in that. We live by that. And again, the mission is to make sure that we're providing a college prep experience that may not be accessible to a lot of families on the north side of Milwaukee. And so we provide that access. We provide those opportunities for our scholars to be able to write their own story once they leave MCP. And so more than just setting us apart from other schools, it's something that I think is just the special sauce at MCP. Everybody in that building, every staff member is mission-driven, mission-aligned, and they're chosen for
and
that
there's a reputation of academic excellence as well.
Absolutely. MCP has had a long-standing tradition, 28 years now of operation, and not just operation, but thriving operations. And we're really excited about some of our data that's just come out. Some of it's embargoed, so I can't share it out yet. But really excited about it. We're growing, heading in the right direction. But historically, MCP has always been a 4-star, 5-star on DPI report card network organization. So always either significantly exceeding expectations or exceeding expectations across the board. board. And it is. It's just the commitment. So it's beyond, make sure our kids have what they need socially, academically, but we believe in just being the best. And that's evident in every space.
What keeps you motivated to be an educator?
Oh, man.
In these times where these young people, a lot of people, they may not understand during these times.
Yeah. I think the most real and raw way to say it, the world ain't fair. And the world is not fair. And I know that our kids deserve every single opportunity, every single chance to be able to write their story and not be pigeonholed into what the world says or what they say they can do. And so that's my personal passion. My personal mission is to make sure all 2,000 of those kids every day that come into my buildings are working toward writing their own story, whatever that may be. It might be in entrepreneurialism, might be in culinary arts, medicine, whatever it is that our children, our scholars want to be. I want them to be able to do that once they leave MCP.
We talk a lot about closing the opportunity gap. That's a lot in y'all messaging. You're closing the gap, the opportunity gap, especially for black students in Milwaukee.
Absolutely.
How are y'all working on that?
Oh, man, it's just that. It's making sure our kids have the opportunity. So, number one, we believe in rigorous education. And I mean, not just that coin term that's thrown around in terms of hard work. No, we believe in challenging our kids and making sure that bar is high and stays high. Kids will meet that expectation if they have the right supports, they got the right love, they got the right people around them to help them reach that bar. But we maintain a high bar for academics. We maintain a high bar for social interactions. We maintain a high bar, period. And again, we intentionally hire staff and appoint staff to help us meet that mission. And so, that's just, that's exactly what it is. We maintain a high bar. We keep it there. We don't waver that for anybody. And that's the way we're going to continue to operate here. And that's the way we're going to achieve those goals we have for our kids.
Well, Milwaukee College Prep serves nearly 2,000 students. How do you keep the relationship? Because sometimes they say that education starts at home. How do you maintain the relationship with the parents, the students, and the teachers?
Oh, man.
How do you get that to flow?
Yeah, and honestly, I can say this being somebody who's worked at other schools before, that is one of my favorite pieces of MCP is the relationship with the families. And so there's a lot of different layers to that. But the big piece is we have a very open school policy. Families can come on in, they can set up times to come in. Even if they don't want to have a meeting with a teacher, they just want to sit down in the classroom and watch what's happening, see the magic going on throughout the day. Families can come on in. We have different events throughout the week, assemblies where families can come in and be a part of what we're doing. We have the community come in to be a part of what we're doing. We have
That's powerful.
Oh, it's amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just be of the community. I want us to be a part of it. I want us to be in the community. And so ingrained into it. And so, I think that maintaining those relationships, creating avenues and opportunities for our families to come in and be a part of what we do is part of that special sauce there. And so families come in, day out. I see families all day, every day. I still get calls from my families when I was a teacher there, just checking in, see how we doing. But it's having that other person be a partner in the education of our kids. There's nothing beating that.
Well, I got a question in the chat.
Yeah.
The question in the chat says, this is from Josh.
Okay.
How do you feel No Child Left Behind impacted the kids to be able to go to college?
Ooh, that's a loaded one. How much time we got?
I mean, we don't need, we just.
That's a loaded
just give
one.
us a little, a little something.
I can give you a little something there. And don't get me wrong, I ain't here to bash nobody, bash anyone. Right. I believe everybody has the best intent for our kids. I 100% buy into that. But I think it's very clear that, No Child Left Behind did create some gaps, some learning gaps for kids across the nation. And so, it's one of those special things at MCP. We don't believe in just passing along kids. We make sure that kids have what they need before they move on, because we don't want to set anybody up for failure. We want our kids to succeed. And whatever that takes, whether it be additional support in the classroom, additional homework help, whatever it is, we figure out what our kids need to be successful. So, we can go into that conversation a little later, a different time, but I'll give you that a little bit.
What are some of the different barriers that the young people are facing right now? They got they're gamers now. Their minds are all over the place. They're on social media. How do you reel them in? How do you keep them focused on doing their schoolwork?
Yeah. It's being relevant, right? And I think, the team that I have over there at MCP is amazing. I'll say it to anybody. I got the best team in the world. But they work day in, day out to make sure that what we're doing and how we're doing it is relevant to kids and that kids want to be engaged in it. And I mean, it's very clear. And I'm not even just talking about the way we present material or content or instruction. I mean, from 7:30 to 4 o'clock, we want to make sure that this is a very rigorous experience, that our kids are growing from it, but we also want them to be a part of that and want to be there. And it's very evident. I mean, it's not uncommon. You see kids who are getting picked up early to go to a doctor's appointment. They're crying because they want to be at school. They want to be where we are. And so, you know, we make it relevant. We make sure that we choose curriculum that they can see themselves in, that they can see their community in. We're choosing instructional opportunities and teachers who know how to make this relevant to them. And so, you know, we infuse social media aspects. We infuse things that they enjoy and that they see in real life as part of the school day to make sure that, A, it's something they want to be a part of, it's something they want to engage in. And again, it just makes the content land 10 times better. So, you know, we don't fight it. We just embrace it and we try to make it as productive as possible.
And I was saying something the other day. I said, these kids nowadays, when you get home, usually when you get home, that's it. You don't get no peer pressure. All the peer pressure is, so you got to wait till tomorrow. Now with Snapchat, peer pressure is 24/7. How much interference does social media run in the lives of these young people? Because they're more concerned, you know, they don't know how to mentally get around a lot of the bullying ideas or taunting, and many times they're trying to learn how to deal with that. But how is social media impacting the youth right now?
Yeah. You know, I would be a complete fool and lie to tell you that it doesn't impact. It definitely has an impact on our kids, particularly our older middle school children and scholars. You know, I think the key here is not fighting it, but figuring out how to embrace and support the kids through it. And so one of the things MCP does, we actually have a wellness class. And this is a class that really gets at teaching the whole child. I mean, we teach the whole child in a lot of different ways. But in this case, you know, we have, you know, different social media citizenship, digital citizenship components in that class to make sure that we're educating the kids on how to use social media responsibly, how to navigate that piece. And then beyond the programming that we provide, we also have the right staff to support them with that. And so we have social workers at every campus. We have mental health therapists who are there to support and provide, you know, additional support to kiddos who might need it. And so, you know, we wrap around the whole child.
Now, when you say the whole child, what does that mean? Because I was going to peel back. When you say educating the whole child, explain.
Yeah, heart, mind, body, all of it. And so, you know, again, it goes back to the mission that it's been since the founding in 1997. Knowledge plus character. We teach the entire child. It's not just a Class A college prep experience or education that you're going to get. We're also going to teach you to be a good person, a good human. And so we do have different SEL or social emotional learning components to our day. Again, I talked about the amazing staff and resources that we provide to kids and families. But we teach to the whole child. And we also work harder to figure out what it is that every child needs, because everybody's not the same. Every child is not the same. But we do everything we can to make sure that every scholar is supported as much as possible.
Now, when you talk about investing in teachers, when you talk about investing in staff to make sure that the kids have the best education, how do you go through that process to make sure that the teachers are having what they need, you know, to take care of the duties that they have many times in classes where they have to deal with different learning curves and things like that? How are you supporting the teachers through your efforts?
It's another one of those like special sauce things that I'm very proud of at MCP. It's one of the reasons I stuck around at MCP so long as well, is that we have a very unique leadership structure at every one of our campuses. So every campus not only has a principal, but it has 2 deans of culture, 2 academic deans, and a dean of special education.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely. And so no matter what it is that a teacher could need, if it's instructional support or clarification, whether it be you know, classroom management and classroom culture or climate support,
teachers can get burnt out.
Absolutely. There's a support for whatever you can imagine as an MCP employee or a teacher at MCP. Beyond that, we invest heavily in wellness. And so, you know, it's no secret that, you know, as a charter school, you know, I won't go too deep into that. You know, funding is definitely limited, but we dedicate every resource possible to make sure that our teachers have what they need. And that's not just always, you know, the leadership supports, but also in terms of benefits, compensation, all the things that we can do to make sure our teachers are well taken care of.
Now, you're the CEO now, and where do you see Milwaukee College Prep in 5 years?
Oh, man.
The vision.
Let me tell you, I see us being a model, a national model. I want us to be one of those schools that, if a city, if a town, if a state is seeing some of the challenges that we're seeing here in Milwaukee, that we're seeing in Wisconsin and across the nation, quite frankly, that they look at MCP as to how to address that. How do they really meet the needs of our kids? I see us being a national leader in the space of charter school education. And so there's a lot that goes behind that. I can give you all the metrics, but I see us being a national model for what it means to be an effective charter school.
Now, school has already started. Yep. The big question a lot of these parents want to know is, are you still accepting scholars?
Absolutely. And so we have a few seats that just opened up since the beginning of the school year. Absolutely. We are still enrolling at those seats. We do have a few at each campus. And so if you're interested in getting enrolled, I say move quick because those applications are flying in.
Right. And maybe after this show, they might be locked up.
I was checking them in this morning. They're flying in. And so if you're interested, you can go on our website, MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com. You can Google it. You can find us on Facebook, all social medias, and you can find contact information. The easiest way, just get in contact with one of our main offices. They'll be able to help you out.
Now, there is a fundraiser coming up.
Absolutely.
Help us out. If we want to help out Milwaukee College Prep and all the great things that's going on, how can we get involved?
MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com is the website. Go there, go to donate, and you'll find all the information about our Take a Stand event. It's an amazing event put on by an amazing team I have at MCP, where we, as a collective community, take a stand against all the things getting in the way of our scholars. And so it's a great event. If you're interested, I think we do still have some tickets left for sale. If you're interested, though, please go on the website.
Right here at the 3rd Street Burger Hall.
Right here, right up the hallway. It's a great event. If you want to come check it out, please, I encourage you to go to the website. You can find all the information there. Or if you just want to get involved by donating and giving, even if you want to get involved being a volunteer, because we do love to have people give the gift of time. Come on in and see the magic that's happening. Get involved.
That's sounding powerful.
Come on in.
I'm going to give you your last words before we go to break, before you get up out of here, Al.
What you got?
What do you want to tell the community right now?
Oh, man, so much. I'm just going to leave with this. Milwaukee College Prep is every bit of amazing that you've heard it is. And I don't just say that because I'm the CEO. I would have told you that 10 years ago when I first got here as a teacher. It's really a special place. I've never been in a community or part of a community where you have so many people who are dedicated to seeing kids grow, thrive, be well, care to that level. And I've taught in a couple of different places before, but I've never seen anything like this. And I know it sounds cheesy because I'm the CEO. I'm supposed to say those things. I'm telling you, it's the truth. Come on in, check it out. You'll see it's not a cheesy statement.
And the campuses.
The campuses, all 5. MCP 3, 38th Street, 36th Street, Lloyd Street, North Ave. Come on in, see the magic.
We'll be on the 18th. I got the second annual celebrity basketball game.
Can't wait.
Cream Skills mentor program for the young people that's playing basketball. We're having our second annual Shoot Hoops, Not Bullets.
I love it.
Basketball game, anti-violence.
Love it.
We're going to be there October 18th. It's going to be a powerful event. But look at Milwaukee College Prep.
Yeah.
Opened up their gym. It was available for us to put the game on there.
Absolutely.
A lot of community outreach going on from MCP. That's powerful.
No, it speaks to the special sauce, the special place that MCP has always been. So we love being a part of the community and doing things like that. And absolutely, I encourage anybody else who's interested in putting on some amazing events that are powerful for our community, please get involved, get in touch with us. We'd love to partner on those things.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Hey, look, I can only say that I can appreciate, when you can see a brother that's running a school.
Thank you.
Dealing with the issues of today and having tremendous success.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's powerful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming through, Al.
Appreciate it, man.
Anything you need from the Tory Lowe Show, anything we could do. I want to come in and do a little podcast with the kids.
Come on in. Oh, I got the perfect group.
Hey, look, let me tell you something, man. Because they want to get the clicks.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I can teach them how
I got a group for
I can teach them how to get the ratings up now.
Let's get connected. We can make that happen. Let's make that happen.
All right, we going to make it happen. Awesome. And I appreciate you for coming through, Al.
Thanks, man.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
At Milwaukee College Prep.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this.
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Aww.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Real fam, young savage, you can catch me. Fresh kicks, fresh bowls, and a fresh tee. With two crucial. Yeah, that's me. Look at him, his eyes closed, he ain't even sleep. Say boosted chill with all that swirling, too much dope in here. Slow down, you better think about big head and pimp. Y'all want that savage? Gotta represent. Y'all want some riders? Here it is. How you ride? Hair, DNA, feet. How you ride?
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Salute to Al Keith for stopping through from Milwaukee College Prep. I'm going to tell you right now, one of the good schools that you want to make sure that you find out about, do your research on, and if you got young scholars, get them involved in what's going on over there. A powerful thing, once again, Milwaukee College Prep is dedicated to closing the opportunity gap for children in Milwaukee, redefining what's educationally possible so more children can pursue their dreams. They can't do it alone. Join Milwaukee College Prep Thursday, October 23rd at Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall and take a stand in closing the opportunity gap for Milwaukee students. Your support means quality education accessible to over 2,000 students in Milwaukee. Together, we can close the opportunity gap, enjoy food and drinks, and a chance to learn more. Purchase tickets at d-o-t2025.givesmart.com. That's d-o-t2025.givesmart.com. Hey, powerful conversation. I'm telling you, ain't nothing like educating our children to the highest level. And I salute to Milwaukee College Prep for being a part of taking our young people into the future. But there's a story that I wanted to talk about. This is something that it kind of made me scratch my head. This is a story about a school bus driver that was forced to resign after making a handshake video. You know how people line up and do the handshake video with the kids? The bus driver was forced to resign. This is out of Virginia. We got video if you're watching as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Jessica Flowers says she loved her job as a bus driver and had begun to love the relationships she built with the students, relationships that have been cut short. This is Jessica Flowers, a mother herself. She says she's always had a heart for helping the youth. She previously worked in childcare before deciding she wanted a career change.
I did everything that I needed to do to, become a Chesapeake Public School bus driver.
One of her routes picked up Tara Marx's middle schooler. She says when Jessica became the bus driver, it was a welcome change.
It was a breath of fresh air. It was night and day.
She says that's all thanks to Jessica going above and beyond in her role, something they haven't had in the past.
Chesapeake City Schools have had a challenge with having consistency with bus drivers.
But Jessica brought relief and established a great rapport with the children. She says she strived to make every child feel special when they stepped on her bus.
So I decided to do a handshake.
She and each student came up with a different handshake, and last week, with parents' permission, she decided to record this video and post it on social media.
In this day and age, you see those types of videos go viral and you see the love and the dedication.
Chesapeake schools did not see it that way. Flowers says the school division told her she violated a zero-tolerance social media policy that she says she wasn't even aware of, and she was told she could resign or get fired. Chesapeake Public Schools wouldn't explain the policy to us, citing personnel matters.
Policies are very important. But so is common sense and compassion.
Both are hopeful this can lead to a policy change. Markeisha Jackson.
All right, so let me get this straight. Hold on. So y'all having problems with the kids on the bus. You get somebody in there that can make the connection with the kids. She got permission from the parents to show their handshake, and she gets fired. Wow. Ain't that what you want, DJ Brother Z? Is somebody to have a connection with the kids so the kids are not jumping all over the bus? You know how many people call me and talk about they tired of kids acting crazy on the bus? And then you get somebody that can connect. And I'll say this, not every person can connect with the kids. And it's an art. It's an art. And when you hear stories like this woman, even all the parents like this woman. Everybody liked this lady. And she got fired on a technicality. You would think that they would have kept her. Let me stop. It's people that did worse. I'm talking about and they still got their jobs at these schools. Okay? All right. Sometimes when I got to shake my head because it seems like they say they want calmness. Then when somebody comes along and creates the calmness, they look for a way to get rid of them. I hope that community comes together and presses that board, that school board, on the behalf of this woman. Because they said in the video that they was having a lot of problems. Josh says she making it look easy now and they big mad. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes when you're able to have a connection with people, those that don't have a connection that's in positions get upset, get jealous. Oh, we can't have that. How come they don't love me like that? How come the kids don't respect me like that? Then they get upset. Well, we got to get rid of that person because it really is, they just shining a light. How come she's able to connect with those children and I'm not? That's what it looked like to me. Well, like I said, Truth Nation, there's some of this stuff make me scratch my head on all levels. On all levels. Matter of fact, when we get to the top of the hour, I want to play a video of the people that we're working with in the nursing home that we got that's out on social media right now. If y'all go to my page, Tory Lowe on Facebook, we got the full video of the conversation we had with Lady B right inside the nursing home. We got the video, and we're going to play some of it at 3 o'clock at the top of the hour. What's going on with the nursing homes. And like I said, it's getting deep. This is part one. I had to break up the nursing home situation in 3 parts. So we got the first part is coming out right now. Then we're going to do a real live investigation, a thorough investigation on Bedrock, the ownership that owned some of these nursing homes. They got over 384 violations and all kinds of stuff going on. So we want to bring this to the attention of the community, just so y'all know what's going on with these nursing homes and the elders and all of these things that are happening behind the scenes where these elders are suffering and not really getting the care that they need, and they're afraid at the same time. So salute to Lady B for speaking out. We got a snippet. You can go to my social media, all over my social media, if you want to check out what's going on in some of these nursing homes. And if you want to go to the Milwaukee Journal, they have articles on Bedrock nursing facilities in the state of Wisconsin too as well. So you can look up these stories right now. And like I said, there's nothing like going inside of some of these facilities and seeing what's actually going on. I'm going to tell you right now, I went into this last facility, and my nose, it was putrid. It smelled like, whew, oh, my God. Whew. Okay. Well, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
School's back in session. Kids have their backpacks, school supplies, and new clothes. But are you ready as a parent? Families are the single most important factor in a child's academic success. This year, get to know your child's teachers. Stay engaged with their learning. Don't be shy about asking questions along the way. Because as a parent, you are your child's first and most important teacher. Learn more about how City Forward Collective is helping families, students, and schools thrive at cityforwardcollective.org.
Your big night deserves more than just music. Prom, homecoming, graduation, weddings, corporate gatherings. Every occasion deserves a soundtrack that elevates the moment. I'm Kyrie, DJ Rhea Maniac Brooks, community leader and your dedicated DJ. From the very first consultation to the last track, I'll make sure every detail aligns with your vision. For more information about how you can make your event unforgettable, visit www.djreemaniac.com. That's www.djreemaniac.com. Make your event an experience with DJ Rhea Maniac.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
What was the life change? You know, we all know it happened, and we know things happen and you have bad kidneys, but what was the life change afterwards?
A couple things. Before they even allow you to get on the list, they make you go through a battery of tests. And, you know, a lot of people don't qualify because they're overweight, or they have high blood pressure or high cholesterol. So all those things are requirements before you can even get approved to be on the list. So I had...
Wait, you got to be approved to be on the list?
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's interesting. There's a professional athlete or former professional athlete I know right now that has kidney disease, and he's on dialysis. And he wants to get on the list, and he's not accepting all the things you have to do, you know, to get on the list. But yeah, so for me, I spent 30 years in the automobile industry. You know, that's 12, 14-hour days, eating whatever somebody brings you to eat, whatever you run out and grab, McDonald's, whatever. It was never salads and, you know.
Yeah, but that was a choice, right?
It was a choice. Yeah. But I had to change all of that to even qualify to be on the list. I had to get down to the weight I had to be at. I had to get my phosphorus under control, my potassium under control.
Wait a minute, even though somebody said they would give you a kidney,
absolutely,
you had to still make yourself eligible?
Absolutely.
Nah, that's okay.
When I mentioned the athlete, his relative actually died, and they wanted to take his organs, and they couldn't because he wasn't qualified. He wasn't on the list. Wow. Yeah, you have to be.
So there are
over 100,000 people on that waiting list. So they are very serious.
And how many donors do we have?
And that's the problem. We don't have nearly enough donors. And that's why it's such a critical need. But they are serious about who they're giving that gift of life to, because there are so many people who are literally dying waiting for it.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Packers roll out a comfortable win against the Cincinnati Bengals, winning 27-18. Coach Matt LaFleur on Jordan Love.
That was one of the better games that he's played for us. 3rd and 1 we had where maybe it was 3rd and 2, we ran a roll pass that got gloved. His ability to maneuver through and find a way to pick up a first down, I mean, that was a big-time play to hit MG right there. So
their next matchup is in the desert against the Arizona Cardinals next Sunday. It's officially NLCS season. The Brewers welcome the former champs, the LA Dodgers, to Milwaukee to compete in a best-of-7 series for a chance to get to the World Series. First pitch of Game 1 is tonight at 7:08. The Milwaukee Bucks begin their season in less than 10 days, with Giannis leading the way. They won their preseason game against the Bulls 127-121. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm so MKE. I'm so MKE. I'm so MKE. Milwaukee ain't for the weak. We call everybody cheap, and we all say on the Kia boys started here using a USB. They be swerving, driving crazy, so can't play in the streets.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got guests. We got Nigel Harvey in studio from Cream Skills Basketball. Nigel.
Yes.
Nigel, we got the celebrity, the 2nd annual Team Tory Lowe versus Team Promise at Milwaukee College Prep North Campus.
Yes.
And it's all for a great cause. Cream Skills Basketball program and mentorship program. We ran it last year. Promise was able to squeak it out at the end.
Right.
But this year we're gonna come down with the clamps on defense, so we're gonna have to. I got to get the defense part. We had the offense part, but we kind of let it slid in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Hey, y'all kept up with him.
And Pastor Locke came out with the miracle 3-pointer that put him in the lead.
And he returning too, right?
And he returned, so we we got Redante Ashford on the sidelines. We got 2 people that's praying now.
You got some new additions too to your team.
We definitely got some new additions to the team. Myron coming back.
Myron Jewell, he returning.
Myron Jewell's coming back.
Right.
We got the MT twins, both of them now. We had one brother, now we got both of them.
You got both the twins.
We got both of the twins. We got
y'all got Eric Riley.
Yeah, that's right.
MATC.
And so we got a little squad.
Yeah.
We got a few people coming back. I'll tell you this. This year's going to be way more exciting than it was last year. Because I think Team Promise got a few people too. I think he kind of tweaked this roster too. But he got the nucleus. The nucleus is back.
The nucleus, right.
So why are we having this celebrity basketball game?
Yeah, just like you broke it down, it's for Cream Skills, Inc., the nonprofit organization. And, we promote entrepreneurship to underprivileged youth through sports. And our main goal for this is to put a curb on gun violence, man. We've been, under a lot of negative situations in the city, and the gun violence is out of control, man. It's out of control. And we doing this for a 2nd year to bring more attention and to bring more positive vibes to the city, because you don't hear about it. You don't hear about the positive things we're doing in the city.
Right.
I'm not packing a gun. I'm not trying to shoot nobody. There's a lot of brothers like that, and we want to highlight those brothers. We got a lot of brothers that are, local celebrities, international, celebrities, and we want to put a spotlight on the positive people we have in the community that want to support and promote anti-gun violence.
Mm-hmm. Shoot hoops, not bullets.
Correct.
And this is important during this time because the young people, many times we all want to live in a safe environment.
Right.
I put up a post. Because I think the mayor was saying that the city is becoming a lot safer. I mean, I don't know. I just that's what's on his page. This was on his page.
Right.
But I shared this post, and a lot of people don't feel the same way. I mean, a lot of people are saying that, hey, we wish that was the case, but this is just some of the realities that we're facing. And many times when we talk about our community, we want to make sure that we push a strong message to the youth.
Right.
Through social media, through any avenue. Hey, we got to put the guns down.
Right. And, I commend the mayor. I appreciate his optimism. But right now, I don't know if a lot of people feel safe in the city right now. I don't know if I can agree with that personally. And that's why we're doing what we're doing, because a lot of people don't feel safe.
Right.
I drive around. I know, I'm sure you see the city in the summertime, beautiful day. You go to the playground, you don't see no kids playing like that.
Not like that. Not in the city.
No. Hoop courts, you know how they used to be in the 80s and the 90s. And you have to wait. You literally have to wait your turn to get on the court.
Right.
Now it's bare. It's nothing out here because people don't feel safe. And we want to make sure that we're not dropping a ball on that issue. We want to make sure that's an issue that stays in the front and it's prioritized properly because the children are our future. And this is what this is aimed for. We are providing free candy too for the children that want to come out. So this is a family fun event, and we want everybody to come out for this. It's $10 at the door, but online $5. Just like last year, we didn't change the price at all. We know people. It's hard times out here for people, and just $5. You come support a positive event, and your kids get some free candy. They get a wonderful experience. You get to check out some celebrities. You get to see Tory.
And we got DJ Brother Z on the 1 and 2. Back for the second year.
He's
DJ
retarded.
Brother Z. Play your spot. DJ Brother Z, what he always plays his hotkey.
His hotkey.
DJ Brother Z.
He'll be on the 1s and 2s.
My man, he's gonna be returning.
Hey, look, let me tell you this. This is why I say it's up to us as a community to provide the resources for our youth. And this is a fundraiser as well for Cream Skills basketball program and mentorship program.
Right.
How is it working with the youth in 2025? Every year you have to get out here and make it happen as an organization to be a mentor and teach them life skills while they're playing the game of basketball.
Right. It's a wonderful challenge. I'm going to put it like that. Every year is different. And the situations get more extreme every year, more dire for the youth. And that's why I'm going to keep the league free for our youth. And the mentorship is something that is lacking in the community. So we want to make sure, I think every youth should have a mentor, at least one mentor, because we lack guidance in the community. So when they join our league, they get that guidance immediately. You got a positive male role model right in front of you. Somebody who's not on the corner, hustling or, gang banging or whatever.
And I think that many times that's inflated too.
Yeah.
I think that they inflate that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of men are out here trying to get it the right way, get it the way to take care of their families. They're not trying to put themselves in prison or taking those risks like that. I think a lot of those ideas of being out here taking chances, I think it's heavily inflated now. I think I see more brothers, they're trying to find honest, more positive ways to get things done. Even brothers that had been a part of the criminal system, they get out, they say, I'm not going back. I got children now. And so I think that I think it's more of a inflation on that, the 20%. I think that when I talk about the 20% in our community, I think they kind of highlight that or put a magnifying glass on it to make it look like it's the 80%.
Exactly.
And I think the mass majority of our community is working to move forward.
That's true. I think that's another reason why we're doing this. We want to highlight the brothers and the sisters, too, that are on something positive, that want to bring some light to the community and let people see that part of the hood. There's people like that in the hood that have a positive agenda. They're not out to try to get over on somebody.
Well, I think
rob,
that with social media, so many people have been exposed. I mean, I think back when it wasn't any social media, people was willy-nilly, running wild, like the Ultimate Warrior, shaking the ring, doing whatever they wanted to do. Right. Because there was no avenue for people to speak out and say, hey, this is what's going on. Right. I think now more people are being exposed. Yeah. So I think that when you talk about our community moving forward, it's just up to us to implement what we don't see. Yeah. Because we say, okay, it's no mentors, but okay, well, go be a mentor, Right. If you say it's not there, work to put it there, because this is the time to install, to regroup, rethink, and reshape. Right. And start to be creative and make sure that you have things and resources available to you by action, doing the action. Right. Instead of waiting for somebody to do it, you may have to take the initiative to get it going.
Like me, I started a nonprofit organization. Next year will be our 10th year. So show some love, yo. 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years, man. That was not easy, but I was able to do it myself. I seen a problem. My best friend was murdered. Rest in peace to Robert McCary in 2008. And it shook my soul, Tory. I didn't know what direction to go in. I could have went in that direction, that death cycle, destruction that that affects most black communities, where I got to get revenge. I have to
circle the block.
I got to circle the block. I had the opportunity and I turned it down. And I told his mother, I was like, one day I'm gonna do something for the community to curb this gun violence. I didn't know what it was at the time, but I had a determined idea, and I stuck to it. And I kept getting reminded how much is needed, because I'm always in the community, and I see it happen. We lost like 3 players to gun violence. Right. I got to talk to their mothers, and be that shoulder for them to cry on. And at the same time, we saved almost 900 youth, versus that 3 that got shot and murdered. We saved close to 900, man.
Oh, wow.
So that's why we're doing this, man. And that's why we need this. For our 10th year, we really want to make a mark in the city. We want to continue to make a mark in this city for the youth, because it's highly needed, especially under the regime that we got right now in the White House.
Well, look, when we come back, we're going to have more discussion. We got Nigel Harvey in studio from Cream Skills Basketball Mentorship Program. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretends conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Talk to these people in terms of, how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person, depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the first-time home buyer education workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
The 24th annual A Novel event is coming. Sharp Literacy's yearly fundraiser will happen on October 28th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Baird Center. Green Bay Packers all-time leading receiver and Super Bowl champion Donald Driver will be the featured guest and keynote speaker. Funds raised at A Novel event will support the delivery of Sharp's STEAM-based education program to thousands of K-3 through 5th grade students and educators across Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Pull up in motorcades.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Nigel Harvey in studio from Cream Skills Basketball and Mentorship Program. Fundraiser October 18th at Milwaukee College Prep North Campus. We're going to bring the celebrities out. Team Tory Lowe versus Team Promise. It's not a threat, it's a promise.
Right.
But I think I got some hitters on the squad.
Hey.
I think we got Eric Riley, from MATC, hip-hop artist. We got Myron Jewell. We got Von Mays, Black Shife. We got BMC Lex. He made the Milwaukee Money Dance. He was in the studio doing the Money Dance.
Money Dance in here.
Yeah, then Cardi Chris. We got
Hey, Cardi got some height. I think he likes 6'2", I think.
Cardi?
Yeah.
I think he ain't got no. I don't think he that tall.
He's not that tall?
No, he ain't that tall. Maybe a different Cardi.
Okay.
Yeah, But I think he about 5'10".
That's.
But I heard he might got a wicked jump shot.
Okay.
And then we got Wave Chappelle.
Wave.
We got the Wave.
The Wave.
Catch the Wave. Curtis Owens. He's a star in the new Walkie series that's coming out on Tubi. It's a Milwaukee reality series.
It's a reality series.
Yeah, that's coming out on Tubi. So they was just in here. So he got some height to him. He looked like he about 6'2".
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he might could pull. He could probably get GA in the corner. He might get back down GA. Then we got the MT Twins. We got Our Money Millions. He does a lot of the advocacy, and he does a lot of the Apollo. He does the Apollo.
Okay.
When we have the Apollo nights.
Right.
So hopefully, then we might got it. We might have a few secret weapons that might stop too.
Right.
It's always somebody that could get in there and try to, you know what I mean?
Hey, you mentioned some people off air.
I grabbed some people out the stands. It was some people that didn't show up last year.
Right.
But MT Twin was in the stands, so I had now he coming back with his brother.
Right.
So now it's gonna be double trouble.
Hey. Yeah, right.
Well, we got Black Conscious on the line. Black Conscious, how you doing, Black Conscious?
Not yourself, good health.
Bless his brother.
Definitely.
Hey, so what's this? Y'all got refs? 'Cause I volunteer ref.
Oh, the ref. You want a ref?
We do have.
Gonna leave it up to their own to call their own call.
No, we ain't doing that one.
Nah, he got a whole system. Yeah, he got a whole system.
We do got refs.
And then Minister Kevin gonna be at the game too as well.
Yeah,
scorekeeper.
Minister Kevin, yes, he will.
Listen, I appreciate the positivity that y'all bringing on, man, and I'm gonna come down and support. Just be on the standby as a ref. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Just in case they try to rob me.
I got my own shirt, got my own whistle.
Just in case.
Don't bring my own truth calls. That's right.
If that's the case at the end of the game when they start hacking, we may need an extra.
That's why I'm gone.
We may need an extra set of eyes.
Yeah. Be like white men can't jump. I'm out of here.
No.
But live righteous, Milwaukee. All right, brothers.
God bless you, Black Country, for tapping in.
Appreciate you.
But this is what we have to do when it comes to our community. We have to get together, have a great time, because there's always serious things going on.
Always.
This is a great time for people to get out, have fun, and then network, a little network. And it's going to be so many people from doing so much stuff from all over the city. I'm seeing on Team Promise, I see that he went and got, GA wasn't playing last year. G to the A.
He was his assistant last year?
No, he was hurt. He was hurt. He had to assist in coaching last year.
Right.
Alex Poole,
she returning.
Hey, she coming back. Now I tried to get comedian Tez.
And he took him.
On my team. But I see how he did. Next time he come in the studio, me and him going I'm out. Yeah, because I tried to. He didn't answer mine. He didn't answer me. He went and answered from. So we, that's a little discrepancy. But we can get over it.
Okay.
He can be on the side that may take the L this year. You know what I mean? We got to get revenge.
We got to get
revenge from last year. DJ Mondo is on Promise team.
Yes.
DJ Mondo, the entertainer and influencer.
Right.
Jakari Carr.
He's returning.
Jakari Kicks for Kids nonprofit.
Right. Our brother in the struggle.
Who we got? Jay Competition.
Jay, he returning.
He coming back.
Yep.
Okay, I see that. Let me see who else they got. And B. Jones.
B. Jones returning.
And then the one that hit the game-winning shot, I think.
Yeah.
Kenneth Locke.
The
pastor, Kenneth Locke, is going to be in the building. We may have to put another pastor on him.
Yeah.
So both of them can have God working on their side.
Right,
so
there you go.
It'll balance it out. Yeah.
The divinity.
You can't have nobody out here that was drinking the night before holding the pastor.
Nah.
Because it's gonna go over his head. It's gonna go in.
He ain't holy no more.
No, he been out. He ain't repented, so he gonna be trying to hold the pastor, and God gonna let that shot float over his head.
All netter.
So we need another pastor to hold him.
To balance it out.
That's why we got.
Yeah.
I got a secret weapon for him. So we get. Right. Well, I'm gonna let you get the last words.
Okay. Yeah, Tory want to get this win, y'all.
Hey. Well, what do you want to say to the community, and how can they support?
Okay, if you can't make it to the game, first and foremost, we want y'all to come out. First, try to come out if you're free Saturday, 3 to 6 p.m. Doors open at 3, tip-off at 4 p.m. If you can't make it, you can support Cream Skills by sharing what we got going.
Is you taking Apple Pay?
We take it all.
Okay.
Yeah, we take it all. You can also donate directly to Cream Skills Inc. Just go to creamskillsinc.org, or you can just provide your volunteering services. We always look for volunteers. If
so
you're
important.
Into that, yes, we need volunteers. You got nothing to do. You're into uplifting the community, male or female. Come on down. We need you. Just support, man. Support. Share.
You can take the Apple Pay at the door.
Yeah, we can take the Apple Pay at the door. Whatever you can bring cash. Just don't bring a check.
Oh wow! No checks.
Don't bring a check.
No checks accepted. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you for coming through, Nigel. It's going to be a powerful event.
Man, can't
October
wait.
18th at Milwaukee College Prep North Campus. Look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to have more conversation. We're going to open up the lines. Stay locked in.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight.
You think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkmylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got an interview from a resident at a local nursing home that I want to bring to the forefront this hour. Once again, this is something that we've been working on last week, and we finally got the video published online. If you could go to Tory Lowe on Facebook, Tory Lowe KING on Facebook. You could go to Tory Lowe on Instagram and check out this video, because I got the long version and I got Instagram version. Many times when we talk about some of the conditions that people are going through in these nursing homes, sometimes it's easy to forget if you're not dealing with the nursing home situations or if you don't have a loved one in that situation. But this is something that came to me from one of our elders reaching out and saying, "Hey, Tory, this is what's happening. This is what's going on." And they was out there protesting, DJ Brother Z. And Lady B, she couldn't even walk. And the conditions was so bad that she had to be out there protesting. And they made the journal. And I just look at this situation as something that I say the least that we can do is bring it to the attention of Truth Nation. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got the video, and I want to open up the lines. I want to open up the lines as well. What action is needed to be taken when it comes to these nursing homes? Or if you worked in a nursing home and you know what time it is, you know how they get down, you can share your stories as well. 833-212-1041. 1017. The least we could do is highlight these situations. When our elders are out holding signs and protesting against the living conditions and the care, we gotta pay attention. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
Boy Tory Lowe and Queen Elizabeth Brown. We outside Silver Spring Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center, and we have a resident that lives here that's been trying to let everybody know what's going on out here.
But thank you for coming out and doing this with me. The reason why I've been protesting is because of the neglect and abuse that has gone on with Bedrock. Bedrock is no longer here, but because of all the terrible, terrible things that went on, the building is now under receivership.
And that's because they have a lot of violations.
Absolutely.
I saw that it was like over 385 some violations out of 4 facilities right here in the state of Wisconsin.
Correct. And then they also owed money out here, not just to the pharmacies. They also owed money to local check cashing places. Checks were bouncing. So
checks were bouncing, even though they get, at least from you, $13,000 a month.
Yes. So the room is 1 bedroom, but I am basically in a corner, and $13,000 for a corner is unacceptable.
And you have to split the room with somebody else.
Yes, I do. I spoke to my insurance company, and I told them for $13,000 a month for 5 months, you could have bought me a house and actually paid caregivers out the difference of that money. But
right.
Unfortunately, it is what it is.
What are you going through right now as far as your conditioning and how you have to handle what you're going through personally?
Well, I get a lot of kickback because I am standing up for not just myself, but for the others that are in here. My goal is to get people to understand that, yes, I have 2 autoimmune diseases that caused me to be in the situation where I'm here.
And when you came into this facility, you were promised to have certain care.
Yes, I was.
Certain level of care.
Yes.
Have you received that level of care?
No, absolutely not. They told me it would take them maybe about a month or 2 to help me get back on my feet. And unfortunately, first time stepping out of the room, I caught COVID.
Oh, wow. And you have a weak immune system due to your condition.
Yes. So,
well, you've been speaking on behalf of other residents. What are you seeing with them? What is going on? What's going on in this facility?
This facility is pure shit. I'm just going to be blunt. I'm sorry.
Well, oh, wow. We're going to, well, if y'all want to check out the whole interview, y'all can go to Tory Lowe, King, on Instagram and on Facebook. Oh, wow. Wow. This is where the conditions, when you get older, and how they do the elderly when it comes to, receiving monies from the medical field, the medical dollars. And when you talk about how they put somebody in a situation where they paying $13,000 a month and getting half a room, they got a corner. They living in a corner for $13,000 a month. Wow. This woman is suffering. These people are suffering, and she wanted to speak out. If you can look up Bedrock nursing facilities in the state of Wisconsin, you can see that the Milwaukee Journal has ran a story on this, and you will see Lady B holding a sign. It says, troubled Milwaukee area nursing home will have new operators soon. Residents protest conditions. They speaking out. They also go on to say 4 Wisconsin nursing homes formerly managed by Bedrock Healthcare are being placed under new management due to financial distress. Why are these people able to function with these many violations? This is what they're saying. The 4 facilities also that they have in Wisconsin, the 4 facilities racked up nearly 384 violations for health and safety deficiencies in the last 3 years. This is what they got on record. I understand what I'm saying. Like, this is something that we have to pay attention to because we have people that are in their last years of their life being used, taken advantage of, right here in the city. We got Kim on the lines. How you doing, Kim?
I'm good, Tory. Thanks for asking. I just wanted to speak on to what I heard with the lady at the care facility talking about the level of care that she received while being at that nursing home. And I just want to say, being in the healthcare field for over 20 years, it starts with, and I know White Widow talks about it a lot, it starts with our state. Even though those monies, like she said, they get paid $13,000 a month. It's just a whole big old thing. Like, you would have to research to see like everything that's going on. And so like I really agree with White Widow when she say it starts with our state. We have to advocate more, for our resident rights and for our elder rights when it comes to the state level, because even though people do, our elders require a better level of care than what they're receiving, I agree with that as well. I have adult family homes myself, and our residents get the best level of care. And we don't get paid enough, and I can speak to that as well. So I'm just speaking on all spectrums, but it does start with our state. It does start with, our community, with making sure our elders and our people with intellectual disabilities and whatever disabilities that they have are taken care of. But it does, I think, at the end of the day, it does start with our state. We do need more money for, what we have to do for our residents and for our elders, because it requires a lot. And sometimes these facilities just simply can't afford to pay people around the clock like that. So then it does affect the level of care that a lot of people provide, especially when they're not in it for the right reasons. So it's just it's a lot to digest, and we do have to come together as a community and advocate for people who are at risk to receiving this poor level of care that's going on, because it is a lot of it going on. And, and I do agree with her, and like I said, it starts with our state. We have to, do better and advocate, more for what is going on with our people that, are in that population.
Thank you so much, Kim, for coming on and talking about this, because when I talk to people that work in the facility, many times that their hands are tied. They don't have the resources that they need. So that's a side that, is rarely even talked about as well.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Kim, for coming on and letting us hear somewhat of a little of the inside, because you have worked in these ideas and you have some type of home that you're dealing with, and I appreciate you for doing that.
Thank you, Tory.
All right, God bless. We got the Town on the lines. How you doing, Town?
What up, Tory?
Blessings, brother. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. What about them Brewers, my guy?
Here we go. Look, we going back to Title Town. We trying to reclaim it.
But, hey, it might be a championship season. Shout out to my man Meech. But hey, check this out with that with these homes or whatever like that though. The last caller is correct in the sense where we do have to go into the state laws and get some more robust laws to take care of our older generation. But mostly it's on the company though. because they're only doing this
and
because
it's private
they operate,
most of the time.
Yes, they operating, and if it's private, then you operating under profit margin. We need profit margin. We don't care about none of that stuff. You know why? And they be bogus because, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna jack. But be going to them homes, you know what I'm saying, it be straight up, smelling like straight up pee.
I'm telling you, I went in there. Hold on. I said this before, when I first said I was going to introduce this concept. We went into the facility, and the first blast of air, once you went through the door,
every rip,
it smelled like urine.
Straight P. City. Right, man. So you got to deal with that, and you see how at the basis of like the base workers there, they don't get paid nothing. They don't get paid nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a remedial job, them CNA jobs or whatever like that. So, like, you need to put more training into the CNA license or whatever like that, and make sure they up to par, and pay them people more though, because they are taking care of your grandmoms or your great grandmoms, and they gotta wipe where you wouldn't wipe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So these people, these workers need to get paid a fair wage. But most of all, like I said before, it goes on the company though, because the company is about that profit. So you know what I'm saying? Like all these companies, if you hit them in the pocket, then you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Some change is gonna come.
Well, I'll say this. Well, God bless you, Town. I'll say this: when they talk about the meal plan, and we didn't even get a chance to get to that because I think what made us had to cut the video short. That was the only thing she said that, other than that, she was trying to explain what was happening. But when they get to the meal program, she said that they only get one good meal a day out of 3 meals. The rest is sandwiches. Like either they're going to give you a good breakfast, or one day they may give you a good lunch, or one day they may give you a good dinner, and you don't know which one is going to be the best one. But the other 2 meals are just simple, like sandwiches, simple ideas. And so, I'll say this. When we talk about people cutting corners and trying to get profit, it's really going on to do the less as possible, even where she even said that some of the workers had to go buy supplies from their own pocket to make sure that they got tissue. Like, this is how bad these facilities are being ran, and this is where our elders are at that have medical issues in some of these facilities, because sometimes being at home, they don't have the care that they need at the house. But I'd rather, stay at the house if this is going to be like this. I'll take my chances at the crib. If it's one. If I got a family member that, if anybody, many times when you get to that age, if you're fortunate enough to have a family member that can house you, these are serious things that we need to really be looking into, because this is what's happening. And I want to do, the next story I do is going to be about the ownership, how they getting away with taking these elders for a ride and walking away with millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Cutting the corners. Not providing the best service. And it's known. And it's known. And it ain't even a secret. What I'm saying ain't even a secret. You could go to the Milwaukee Journal, Bedrock managed nursing homes in Wisconsin. None of this is a secret. Even the courts know what's going on. Understand what I'm saying. So if we got to get out here and change some laws, then we got to do that. They said the nursing home was put into a court order receivership due to the financial distress. Okay, but even if they do switch ownership, is the new ownership going to bring everything up to the level that it's supposed to be? It's sad, DJ Brother Z. But we own it. Salute to Elizabeth Brown, Queen Elizabeth Brown, when we was out there at the Silver Springs Healthcare Center in Glendale. And salute to everybody that's trying to fight on the front lines and trying to bring awareness. Salute to the people, the residents that's inside these facilities that's reaching out to the public to bring attention to what's going on. And we're going to do the best we can as usual. And it's going to take a village to save a village. And everybody is in the village. Our elders, we are, our young people, we all in the village. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, Truth fam, this is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 1017 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
School's back in session. Kids have their backpacks, school supplies, and new clothes. But are you ready as a parent? Families are the single most important factor in a child's academic success. This year, get to know your child's teachers. Stay engaged with their learning. Don't be shy about asking questions along the way. Because as a parent, you are your child's first and most important teacher. Learn more about how City Forward Collective is helping families, students, and schools thrive at cityforwardcollective.org.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is 1017 The Truth's Tory Lowe, and I am Milwaukee. The Tory Lowe Show has become a resource for the community. I enjoy having open, on-air discussions about what we can do to regroup, rethink the black man, the black woman, and the black child. This show is about that action, and I want all the smoke. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the new 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this
Congratulations.
shmoney.
Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Aww.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky. 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 It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. I think we got some breaking news coming up here in a second. But before we get to the breaking news, we've been talking about the elders in the community suffering at these nursing homes. In particular, this Bedrock nursing home facility. They're saying over 4 facilities, they got over 384 violations going on. And we got residents from some of these facilities reaching out, trying to let the community know what's happening. We got White Widow on the lines. Let's get White Widow before we get to the breaking news. How you doing, White Widow?
Okay, pretty good. My heart's breaking. Why can't we get FaceTime with Crawley or Cavalier? Why aren't these elderly people at least getting a minute of any of our leadership? Now, I hate to say it, but money counts. The last husband my mom had, he had money, thank God. Thank God, because when it was time, I moved her in after he died. She got Alzheimer's, but it got to the point where, I couldn't do it. And we provided round-the-clock shifts, family. And the fact of the matter is you got to have money. And I found out what it was. I went to Brookfield. I said, well, she may end up on Medicaid. She's movable. They said, well, we have 12 beds available, but we only have to give 4 to Medicaid. And it was a decent place in Brookfield. So I said, oh, let me check that out. Good. She's got 2 months, $4,000 a month out of pocket. But guess what? She ended up staying. She slid into Medicaid. I knew she was comfortable. Once a month, the Jamaican CNA lady, who I love, my mom called her mama, and they danced. And that's, God bless that woman. I slid a $50 in her pocket. I said, you keep me on the 411. And she did. One time she called. She said, I don't know what's going on. Your mom, she's not reacting. Her tongue. I went there. There was a misappropriation of medication. My mom should have never been given more morphine. So my heart breaks because I had the beans, a thrust of money to put my mom in a good place. And once she went on Medicaid, they couldn't kick her out. But there's a lot of empty beds in good nursing homes where they're not filled because our people are on Medicaid. And I don't know where these people don't give us any FaceTime. So, it disgusts me. I know exactly it's been going on for years. Mount Carmel was shut down. People ask for another piece of fruit. Now that's not happening. So I need it. People take pictures in nursing homes downtown a year ago. Ladies on the floor, help, help, help. A lady, my friend took a picture. Security came from HEPA. I said, next time you go there, take a picture from the neck down. You're right. It smelled like urine. People weren't being moved. People weren't being treated. So, it's disgusting. It's indignant.
Wow. Man, salute to White Widow for, a lot of times when she call in and she talk about the things she experienced and witnessed, it's relatable to a lot of families. It's relatable to a lot of families, and a lot of people are going through it right now. And since the spotlight is on this is the right time to come out and talk about it. There's a window open right now where it's being talked about and discussed. And let's talk about it. Let's discuss it and see how we can move forward in this space. But we got breaking news, Truth Nation. We got breaking news. We have released video of the off-duty officer in the incident of Elijah Wilkes from 51st and Mill Road. I just got the link. We just got the footage. The police have released the footage. We talked about this. We had attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the show we talked about this, and now we have the footage. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we can't play the audio because of some of the language, but we have the actual footage right now that we're playing right now as we broadcast live. Once again, we have the actual footage of the incident where the mother and the attorney saw this footage. If y'all want to tune in, go to 1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. But we have the exchange between the off-duty police officer and Elijah Wilkes. There is this is actually the live footage right now. We may have to run it back a couple times because we can see the footage is in clear. See, there we go, right there. That was the situation right there. Wow. As you can see, Elijah pulled out a gun and hit the officer in the face. Once again, this is a tragic situation, but the police have released the video, once again, of what took place. We got it live, rolling live right here on the Tory Lowe Show. If you're watching as we broadcast live, you can see that there was some type of fender bender between Elijah and the off-duty officer. Elijah jumps out the car first with his hand in the pocket of his hoodie, gripping something, talking to the officer. The verbiage is muted because there are words that's being exchanged. He smacks him with the pistol, and then the exchange of fire right there. Once again, a terrible situation to take place. It looks like this all happened so fast. We have seen the Ring doorbell camera footage. Run that back one more time, DJ Brother Z. We see him get out the car with his hand in his hoodie pocket. Once again, if you want to hear the verbiage, this has been released on YouTube. I got the YouTube link from the police department, but this is what took place. The officer walks to the sidewalk. He's looking at the fender bender, and he smacks him with the gun. Elijah pulls out the gun. Oh, my God. Yeah. And this is the video footage that the family seen and had to come to the conclusion that their loved one made a gesture toward what we know now is an off-duty officer, and it caused the outcome. Once again, if you're tuning in, we'll run it back one more time before we run the break. Salute to Attorney B. Ivy Lamar for bringing this out to the community. Once again, you can see the fender bender where something happens on the road. It looks like just an accident. It looks like there was some type of situation where the officer and Elijah kind of had a scrape. They pulled to the side. And as you can see, if you're watching as we broadcast live, most times when you have an accident, you got to pull over to check out the damages. I've been in an accident where somebody scraped me. We pulled over to the side. The officer wasn't pulling him over. There was a fender bender. They pulled to the side. He gets out the car to talk to the officer. And as you can see from this video, the officer is just walking to the sidewalk. He looks down at wherever the damage was, and he gets smacked in the face with the gun. And then he pulls out a gun and returns fire. And pretty much like the family said, like in the conference where the mother said, hey, her loved one made a gesture that probably shouldn't have took place. And here we go. When we come back, we'll be joined on the lines by advocate author Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tracy, going back to the process and as it relates specifically to the partnership that Old National Bank has with Housing Resource. What does the process consist of when coming through this program?
It's a referral process. We work with clients that first-time homeowners that may not have the counseling that they need. They may not have the equity, the down payment that they need. So we refer them to our partners like HRI or Housing Resources, Inc., because we recognize that those organizations, they have the resources, they have the tutorial documentation and all of those things that are necessary for first-time homeowners that don't know the process, may not know the system, may not know what's required for home ownership. So working with Housing Resources, Inc. and other partnerships that we have like through WIDA has been very, very advantageous, not only for us, but also the organizations, but also for the community.
So you telling me that you can make lobster tail and crab legs, it will still taste like a lobster tail and crab legs, but they vegan?
Let me tell you, and my customers can testify to this, I can make vegan chitlins.
Now, come on.
I don't know what chitlins taste like because it's been about 40 years since I had them.
I love them.
But you can do that.
My best customers for my vegan chitlins are those people who still eat meat.
Download the new 1017 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth. Come in with straight truth.
Even the police department arguing over their little 12% that they want, and it's a shortage. Okay, I think at some point the people got to start using common sense. It ain't nothing personal. It's something that's community. That's it. And a lot of people try to deflect and make it personal. That's how you know they ain't doing nothing, because they try to make it personal. But really, it's about the conditions of the neighborhood, the conditions of the residents, the safety quality, the public safety ideas. Are we getting that? Are we using the taxpayers' dollars the best way we can to make a difference, to become a resource for everybody in the family to thrive? Is that happening? Yes or no? And if it's not, then you switch the coach. You get a different philosophy on the people. That's it. When times are tough, you need people to roll up their sleeves and get to work. When everything is working well, you sit back and you let it coast. You can't coast and things are bad.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app. Milwaukee Black Talk.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretends conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. NIL is completely changing the landscape of college sports and changing how student athletes think about their careers. The best players could end up earning huge amounts of money without ever playing in the pros. This is where Scout comes in. It's a new platform designed to help young people make sense of it all. And it was founded by Michael Haddix Jr., a former NCAA basketball player who also worked on Wall Street.
19-year-old me would have really benefited from knowing how to invest my money and how to save and all these things that I think a lot of people that worked on Wall Street with me had known for so long. And I was like, man, we got to bring this to the masses and bring it to people that we've been around for a long time. And that was just athletes. So I grew up in the world of athletes.
A Columbia Business School educated investment banker, Haddix uses his experience as a college player and his knowledge of finance to meet the needs of college students in the age of NIL. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Packers roll out a comfortable win against the Cincinnati Bengals, winning 27-18. Coach Matt LaFleur on Jordan Love.
That was one of the better games that he's played for us. 3rd and 1 we had where maybe it was 3rd and 2, we ran a roll pass that got gloved. His ability to maneuver through and find a way to pick up a first down. I mean, that was a big-time play to hit MG right there. So
their next matchup is in the desert against the Arizona Cardinals next Sunday. It's officially NLCS season. The Brewers welcome the former champs, the LA Dodgers, to to Milwaukee to compete in a best-of-7 series for a chance to get to the World Series. First pitch of Game 1 is tonight at 7:08. The Milwaukee Bucks begin their season in less than 10 days, with Giannis leading the way. They won their preseason game against the Bulls 127-121. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. I say, big bad, woman good, lady better. Hey. Now imagine that's a shorty, maybe
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos, joining me on the lines. Advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown, how you doing, Queen?
Happy Monday, King. Go Brewers, go Pack. I mean, it's a good start of the week.
Hey, look, it's a lot going on. We played the interview with Letty B and talked about this is the time when we start talking about nursing homes and things like that. This is the perfect time for people to come forward and try to, bring some results to the situation. Everybody involved.
Absolutely. Even people that's not involved, again, we have to be proactive when it comes to things like this. And like I said, nobody knows what tomorrow going to look like, especially when you have, even when you don't have health issues, like Letty B stated, she didn't ever think that it would happen to her until it happens to you, and then here you are. But there's no reason you should have to fight for your life or, again, she could barely walk and had to protest the egregious things that had taken place, which salute to her. And, her ability to be there and speak out, because, again, she had another resident that spoke out, but she was also under control of the nursing home, and so they separated them, and she was no longer able to speak against the conditions, and she was no longer able to communicate with Letty B. So, again, it's a lot of egregious things taking place, and I think it's a pivotal time for us to try to, again, turn things around, because it's above and beyond egregious, the way that they have these individuals living. And I can only imagine what it's like being the CNA there, being paid pennies, and then having the heart to take your little check, because things are so egregious that you're bringing in cleaning products and things that the individuals need, but at the same time, a $13,000 a month check is being cut from the government. Like, where is the overseers? Again, I'm in the process, after the rainfall or whatever you want to call that, sewage backing up, like the tickets that the city will give you as a homeowner due to overgrown trees, leaves, trash. If your house is not up to code on the outside, they give you tickets for that. I'm just wondering how the hell, because this nursing home outside, if you go outside, you can tell, again, another building that has foundational damage. I'm wondering, did FEMA go up in there? Did they file any claims when the rain? Because Liddy stated that, they got black mold. She got immune system issues. There's elderly people in there that's not able to move and, put up the protections that she was able to do. But at the same time, if you're paying an individual $13,000, and again, this is for the government and anybody else, where is the overseeing of these big nursing home. Because, again, Milwaukee is also a place that's saturated. When my sister tried to open up a home for the elderly, they were saying that, it was a lock on the city of Milwaukee because it was too many. How? When you allow these corporations to come in, failing, not only in Wisconsin, in Florida, in Kentucky, and we're talking about people here who's suffering, who's been violated. We're talking about people being raped. We're talking about medical malpractice, people dying. We're talking about, again, how many people have passed away in that nursing home due to the failures, whether it be catching COVID, like she stated. She wasn't even supposed to be there that long. But due to the issues that's taking place, she can't even go outside the jail cell that she called a room to get therapy because it's so nasty. She caught COVID. So that overextends her stay, meaning they're running the clock on the money that they're receiving because now she's in an extended stay. She can't even leave like she wants to leave. Is it a setup? Is the question that I would ask, because people are getting sicker, nobody's getting better, and then you have people passing away. It's a problem, and it's a major problem, and we definitely need to address it sooner than later.
And also we have breaking news, Elizabeth Brown. The police have released the footage from near 51st and Mill Road, Elijah Wilkes and the off-duty officer, and the video is just what the family said it was. It was sad. It was tragic.
Absolutely.
And they wanted to make sure that the community knew that they felt that the off-duty officer was justified in this situation. A lot of people didn't want to even went above the family and went, in their own direction. But now we have the dash cam video, and it shows exactly what the family and the mother saw. Now the community gets to see it.
And my condolences. You never wanted to go that way. However, salute to the family for taking accountability. Again, when we see instance like that, because when you're watching the video, we have to learn that in this time, there was a lot of wrong decisions made. Whether it been, the driving, the motion, again, that was, he was trying to get in, he didn't put on his blinker. When you think about, there was road workers also, this is where we have to make sure that we are in control of our emotions. You know what I'm saying? At some point, we as a people have to take accountability, because the road, if somebody's trying to get in, let them in. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we're at a time where everybody is under pressure, and especially if you regular folk, if you the hardworking people, every day we're under pressure, and you just never knowing what somebody going through. Let them in. You know what I'm saying? Again, a lot of wrong decisions. Salute to the family for taking accountability. The officer protected his life as he should have. In reality, like I stated, we're all under some type of pressure. And this is where we can take something positive away from this, and that's checking yourself. Road rage is real. PTSD is real. We're all going through things. At the end of the day, if you have to be there at 3, leave at 2:30. So you're not eager to try to block somebody who's trying to get in the left lane because there's construction in the right lane. Do we all wait until the last minute to try to merge? I'm quite sure everybody's guilty of something, but at the end of the day, an individual being able to take a breath or bag off and let the person in, it could have been avoided. And that's the sad reality. So I think, it's a pivotal time for us to take away what we can do better as a people. Because at the end of the day, this was a senseless accident that should have just been left as an accident, but an individual wound up losing their lives for, being over emotional and then taking, things into their own hands. And the reality of that is that I don't care who you are, it's your right to protect your life at the end of the day. So my condolences to that family. Also, prayers up for the officer, because now he got to live with the fact that he took somebody's life. And I don't care whether you was right or wrong. At the end of the day, to have to live knowing that you took somebody's life is, especially if you're humane. I'm quite sure that that's a whole nother process. So,
hey, well, like I said, this is what the family and attorney B. Ivy Lamar told the people. They took the route of being transparent and accountable. And I hope that as we move forward with these type of situations, that we can continue this as we talk about the difficulty when it comes to these type of situations. And transparency is what we've been asking for a long time. So salute to this family for being transparent with the public. Salute to the whole situation, because within 24 hours, the family was able to see all video and make the decision, and not the community didn't have a chance to, like they usually do, hold it for 8 months, things like that. So there's progress being made, and now years. And now they have to show the video within 48 hours to the family. And these are things that we fought for, that we've wanted the family to have that transparency, and now we have that with this situation, and also 15 days to be shown to the public. But look, within a certain length of time, we got a lot of this in the space where now we see what happened and the community can heal and move forward.
Absolutely. And salute, again, for all efforts made to make that happen, because, again, we know, in past that wasn't the case. So we have made some steps in the right direction. So salute to all of those who have spoken out, who have stood up for the transparency. And in this instance, the community wasn't able to sit on that, those emotions, those feelings, because, again, a lot of people was traumatized because we done watched it time and time again not be what it was this time. So salute to our community. Continue to put up prayers, but at the same time, continue to do the work, and especially on yourself, so instances like this can be avoided.
Look, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts, Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. To learn more about how you can take your first steps in buying your forever home, visit AssociatedBank.com/lending. That's AssociatedBank.com/lending. Or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call, and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call, and that's all.
They will do what they say they're going to do. One call, and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Tired of having the wool pulled over your eyes? U.S. Cellular is offering 4 lines for $90 a month with your choice of 4 of the latest phones for free. No trade-in or hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, hungry for something fresh and delicious? Get your favorites from Cousin Subs delivered straight to your door. From their freshly baked bread, hand-sliced meats, and cheeses to their famous sides, crispy golden fries, Milwaukee cheese curds, creamy mac and cheese. Every meal made to order and ready to go. Order as quick and easy online or through your Cousin's app, whether it's a solo lunch, family dinner, or a spread for the whole crew. Let them bring it straight to you, fast and fresh. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Also calling all Black-owned business and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up for your business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Also, looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Their $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crispy veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or a regular fry, or a fountain drink and a cookie for just $10. This is a deal available online or through the Cousins app, and you can enjoy a meal at home, at work, or deliver straight to your door, hot and fresh. Cousin Subs, we believe in better, available at participating locations. Elizabeth Brown, a lot going on this show today. But hey, this Monday, it came in. The Monday came in, and we have breaking news. And once again, the video was released to the public from the police.
Hey, King, we working one day at a time. And like I said, all we need to do is make sure that we understand that the process begins and ends with us. When we change our mind, we change our lives. And I think we on the right side of history. So salute to Truth Nation. Hang on, hold on, and let's get it done. Let's go to work. So salute.
All right, Queen. Well, I appreciate you for being on the front lines as usual, and we got a lot of work to do. And I appreciate you for doing everything you can when it comes to these elderly and the people in our community, because the work ain't easy, but it's getting done.
Real talk. Absolutely. Say less, King. Salute. One love.
All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen. All right, turn up for Waterfall. Green don't notice me. Go. Let's get it.
Salute.
All right. Salute to everybody in the chat for another powerful chat. Salute to everybody for joining the show out there in Radio Land. Once again, we living in a community where we got a lot of fires burning, and it's going to take a community to save a community. Salute to Nigel for stopping through. Salute to Al Key from Milwaukee College Prep for stopping through. Hey, look, we got a lot of things that we got to address, and one day at a time, inch by inch, we going to tackle every issue that's possible. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Coming with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolish